A local derby right out of the top draw tonight as Halifax take on Leeds. Two sides who spent freely during the summer. Halifax got off to a flyer against Wakefield Trinity last week, while Leeds were beaten by St Helens. Well, it's a glorious day here in Yorkshire. A local derby, as I say, that is one for everyone to savour. And for Leeds, a vital match. Beaten last week. Mike Stevenson's alongside me. Mike, I don't think that's overestimating and overstating the case, is it? Leeds really must get on winning tracks and quickly.
Well, I know it's only the second week into the championship, but when you think about it, is that no club can afford to lose 4 or maybe 6 games during the entire season. So the pressure is well and truly on Leeds, even though we're only a fortnight into it. But I think Halifax will pull off a bit of a shock today. I know Leeds have spent a lot of money, but I think Halifax has bought wisely too. And the return of, well, Bentley and Devotee against their old clubs. But what about the big clash at the halfback? Gregory and Bishop. You can't get any more fiery than those two.
Let's take a check then on the two sides. Halifax have got David Cooper at full-back. The first of their former Leeds men, Henry Sharp, is on the wing. He wears 2. It's a Halifax debut for John Bentley in the centres. 26 years old yesterday. Greg Austin is the try-scoring machine, and he wears 4. And the wing flyer in 5 is Mark Preston, formerly with Wigan. It's a former St Helens halfback duo. First of all, Mark Bailey's the standoff in 6. And the 55,000 buy from St Helens in the summer, Paul Bishop, wears 7. Up front, Carl Harrison, the Great Britain tourist this summer, is in 8. And Roy Southernwood, he began his career as a halfback. Now he's the Halifax hooker. He's in 9. Former heavyweight boxer Adam Fogarty is in 10. John Fieldhouse, much-travelled second-row forward, wears 11. Richard Milner comes into the side from last week. He's in the second row too, wearing 12. And Gary Devotee faces his former club as well. Devotee, the loose forward, and the coach is Roger Millward. Leeds in a brand new strip for their away matches this season. They look a little bit like Manchester United of the Premier League, don't they? But this is Leeds of the big league. And there's Andy Gregory, their scrum half. The Leeds side of big names. Alan Tate is the full-back. Vince Fawcett comes into the side on the wing. He wears 2. Gallagher is out with a neck injury. In the centre, it's Carl Gibson, a try in this match home and away last season. Former All Black Craig Innes wears 4. And the former England B international rugby union star Jim Fallon, we see him again, he wears 5. Gary Schofield, the captain supreme on the British Lions tour this summer's in 6. Andy Gregory, he is the little general and he is at 7. Mike O'Neill is the veteran, wearing 8. In fact, Colin Maskell is 28 years old, he's the hooker. And Paul Dixon completes the front row, he's 10. Mick Worrell is 30, 3 Great Britain caps, the last way back in 1984. And Andy Goodway comes into the side. Former Great Britain skipper, of course, signed from Wigan, he wears 12. And Ellery Hanley is the Leeds captain, a try last week, and he is the loose forward in 13. And the coach is Doug Lawton. Lovely day here in Halifax at Thrum Hall. Big crowd making its way into the ground. A limit of just 9,500, and so plenty of people, I think, will be disappointed. They'll be locked out. You won't be locked out. You can catch every minute of this match. Halifax against Leeds, the big Yorkshire derby, coming up next on the Big League. And, of course, what a battle it will be today against Andy Gregory, the man who has won just about every honour in the game. He is at the heart of the Leeds attacks this afternoon and throughout the rest of this season now, after his big money transfer across the Pennines from Wigan. Let's recap the teams for you then. Halifax, Cooper Sharp, Bentley against his former team. Austin, Preston, Bailey, Bishop. Harrison's the captain, Southernwood, Fogarty, Fieldhouse, Milner and Devotee, another former Leeds man. Leeds in their change strip, red, white and black, and that's Mick Worrell talking to Andy Gregory. He takes his place in this side. Tate, Fawcett, Gibson, Innes and Fallon, Schofield and Gregory, O'Neill, Maskell, Dixon, Worrell, Goodway and Hanley, the captain of Leeds. Substitutes, Rob Hutchinson and Peter Bell waiting to come on for Halifax. Leeds have got two prop forwards on the bench, Steve Malloy and Sean Wayne. Doug Lawton says he believes that Leeds will be a fine outfit once he gets the defence sorted out, and perhaps a little reminder for the pack on duty today with Malloy and Wayne sitting there on the bench and waiting their chance. John Holdsworth, probably the most decorated rugby league referee in the game. He's come from Kippax, not too far away from here, 45 years old. He began his refereeing career way back in 1979. Sun is shining, a glorious day, packed terraces. Mike Stevenson, it promises to be, and it's an old cliche I know, but it does promise to be a battle royal.
Royal indeed, and I think that the star players on both sides will give this capacity crowd excellent value for money. It really is a star-studded lineup from both areas. Both coaches, Doug Lawton and Roger Millwood, have been buying intensely in the off-season.
So we're underway here at Thrum Hall then, as David Cooper gets this match underway. First touch for Ellery Hanley. Interesting to see how Hanley's fitness is building up, bearing in mind that date with the Australians in the World Cup final on October 24th. And immediately, Hanley not being allowed to regather his feet, someone speaking out of turn to referee Holdsworth, and he marches Halifax back 10 metres.
Lamont on your screen there, John Fieldhouse, quick with the lip towards the referee. John Holdsworth is not having this. The first penalty was given for holding down. There you can see he never allowed the player, Ellery Hanley, to get up. And then a few words were exchanged, so that's two penalties. Silly mistake there by Halifax.
Leeds then get things going once again. Halifax relishing the challenge today, beginning their season last week with a great win at Wakefield, their best performance at Bellevue since the war, and Bellevue normally is one of their bogey grounds. So hopes are high in this part of the world that Halifax perhaps can rekindle the flames of the mid-60s. Here's Gregory and Schofield. Now it's with Innes. Great break from Innes this. Heading towards the line, Innes. Good smother defence though from Halifax. Managed to keep him out. Leeds will move it quickly. Gregory a raking pass over to the far side. Fawcett's waiting for it. Fawcett picks it up. And my word, that was a collision and a half over on that far side.
Well, you can see Fawcett going right through, and Fieldhouse coming in very late indeed. Holdsworth having a few words. The referee's chance to use the lip. Remember, it was Fieldhouse that gave them that position by silly play. Talking back to the referee. Ellery Hanley on your screen. But that man there giving away another penalty, it seems. But what a great break, Eddie, from that Craig Innes. He really is a talented player. This is the replay of the incident. You'll see Fieldhouse coming across now. Does go high. The hand was on the shoulders, but it was attempted above the shoulders with the forearm.
And so Fawcett receiving treatment, and Ellery Hanley was quick to go to referee Holdsworth and tell him that Fawcett was laid out cold as a result of that high tackle from John Fieldhouse. So it's a penalty to Leeds. Fieldhouse going high.
Referees have made it quite clear last week in the opening games that head-high tackle will not be tolerated.
Gibson in possession for Leeds. Fawcett looks as though he's all right. This now is Dixon. Another high one, but a great tackle that time. It was quite high, but perfectly legal.
Well, Adam Fogarty came there, didn't he, with all guns blazing.
Leeds continue the pressure. This is Alan Tate. He's got Innes at dummy half. Leeds trying to work something down this left-hand touchline with Andy Goodway. Maskill in at dummy half. Now they'll switch the direction of play. Schofield will chip one over the top of the defence. One for Fawcett to get to. He dribbles it forward. So does Gibson. Gibson and Hanley went for it together. Gibson, the man, though, who gets the try, leads off to a flyer here in the 3rd minute of this match. Gibson's try leads ahead 4-0.
Stone's Bit of Championship replay shows Gary Schofield using all the skills. This was a wonderful kick across field. It's a strong wind there. Fawcett did well, didn't he? Keep the ball in there, ricocheted away, and Gibson was there. But the Halifax defence, look, you saw them come in. That's the problem when they have that shifting defence across. They call it the sliding defence, and they get caught with that one. The ball ricocheted around, a little bit of lady luck, but the 4 points is scored. But Fawcett did exceptionally well, kept the ball in. Gibson over for a good try, but awful defence there by Halifax.
Gibson with the try. It's his first of the season, a try in both of the matches against Halifax last season, home and away. He's added another one this afternoon. Schofield with the conversion attempt. It just fades wide. Leeds off to a flying start. Halifax haven't had the ball in their arms yet.
Well, this is where they set up. Goodway takes it to the left. Now you'll notice the ball come out very quickly. Now here's Schofield. Let's just stop it there. You can see there's no one in defence, and that's why it came about. Leeds had the numbers, the try was scored. Good play, good thinking, and well worth 4 points.
So it's Leeds who are ahead. 5 minutes on my watch. Halifax have yet to get hold of the ball and put on an attacking move. Great start for the men from Headingley. Andy Gregory off the field at the moment. He's in the dressing room just having a change of his jersey, I understand. He's finding it difficult to hold on to the football with the jersey that he has. So maybe a bit of resin will be down the front of the little man when he comes back out. That's better from Halifax. They've got the ball back. Strong stuff from Richard Milner. Just held up by Mike O'Neill. Halifax trying to spin the ball out wide. That's Bentley against his former teammates. Last year's leading try scorer for Leeds was John Bentley. This now is Fogarty. Hanley and Maskill doing the tackling. Southernwood. Good tackle again, that from Dixon, the man who Halifax themselves fancy. Attempted drop goal, didn't come off.
Poor effort here from Bishop. He claimed to the referee that it hit a Leeds player, but if it did, he certainly made no attempt to try to go for it, so that's why it's a tap on the 25.
Mick Worrell. Doug Lawton really has spent the summer horse trading. Another high tackle is penalised meanwhile by John Holsworth. And this time it's Mark Preston pulled out. No, it's Carl Harrison there.
No doubt about it. Carl Harrison went in swinging with the left arm and then appeared to jab with his elbow. Now the referee, before this game, John Holsworth, said that he was going to keep an eye on this head-eye tackling. He thought that last week the message would have got to the players. Obviously, Halifax, it has not.
In this corresponding fixture last year on Easter Monday, 2 players were sent off. It's an uncompromising affair every time Halifax and Leeds come face to face. One of those players, Gary Lord, is still serving a suspension, which keeps him out of the Halifax side today. Here's Gregory back on the field. This now Dixon, dragging Leeds to within 8 metres of the Halifax try line. Schofield, Hanley trying to feed off him. Schofield keeps it to himself. 3 to bring him down.
Good play by Leeds. They're slowing things down. They're making sure that the Halifax defence is coming out to them.
Maskill releases the ball in the tackle. O'Neill tidies up the bits. Here's Schofield again. He's tried it once more, but Preston was alert to the fact this time. Hanley trying to get a hand on him. That's good tackling, though, by Colin Maskill.
Good play by Preston, and he had to be there. That was another good kick there from Schofield. It just shows you the importance. This is one way you can beat the sliding defence. Luckily for Halifax, Preston was on the ball.
Schofield alert to the opportunities with that little crossfield kick. It's already produced a try. The try from Gibson that Leeds lead by 4 points to 0. That's better play, though. This is Southern onward now. Ball out to that far side. Austin feeds Preston. Preston well pulled down by Goodway. Halifax being roared on by this big crowd. Milner for them. It's the last tackle. Bishop will dab the ball down towards the corner. Fawcett picks it up. Bishop's moved up to try and get him. Fawcett gets away from Bishop, but can't get away from the next set of tacklers coming in, led by Devorty. Hanley is in the thick of it. And another penalty for another foul challenge on Hanley.
No, I think he's got him for a forward pass. It looked a foul, but I think it's called a forward pass, and Halifax will have the feed and the head. Well, that looked high as well.
So the scrum goes down right on the Leeds 20. Bishop feeds, Bishop collects. Austin knows exactly where the try line is, Greg Austin. Here's Adam Fogarty, not only making a name for himself as a rugby league player, but also making a name for himself as an actor, we hear in the papers today. 10 minutes of this match gone. Leeds just ahead. Halifax at full throttle though with Bailey. Bailey finds Bishop. Bishop chips ahead. It's a race between Bishop and Goodway. And Goodway just gets to it. Runs the ball out dead, but the ball has already crossed the dead ball line.
Oh, good play by Bailey, kept it alive, but good support play by Bishop. A little kick round the corner, and it's a good job that Goodway was there. That really was great football from Bishop.
O'Neill just clinging on. Milner had him. Bit of help from Harrison too. Gregory, he feeds Tate, who's joined the line. I say it's unusual to see some of these players in different colours this year after all the transfer activity of the summer. Schofield, though, remains a Leeds player and remains the man who drags them to halfway. Hanley in a dummy half behind him. Gregory, chip over the top from Gregory. Lovely kick. That's why Leeds paid the money.
I love the kick there by Gregory. He was put under a lot of pressure by Devorty. The ex-Leeds player really did hammer down on him, but Gregory, a nice kick.
Leeds, remember, in red today, the change strip now, avoiding the colour clash with the blue and white stripes, or the blue and white hoops, rather, of Halifax. This is Carl Gibson, tackled by Bailey, with a bit of help from Milner. Now McWorrell. Oh, that wasn't a good ball from Worrell. Panic football, released it.
It was never on there. The ball was going downwards. Pretty hard there for Gibson to drag that one in. That's the sort of pressure football that Leeds can do without. They don't have to panic, they're leading.
Bailey. And that's Cooper. Gary Devorty, former Leeds man, being given a bit of treatment and not being allowed to regain his feet.
Well, it's always a problem in this area for the referee to see now. They were kicking away there. You get all tangled up. That's what they call milking a penalty. But they're supposed to release the player and roll away.
Referee wants the clock stopped because there's a touch of blood on the face of Andy Goodway. Just a cut lip, nothing more.
That shows you how tough rugby league can be. Goodway looked at the referee and said, "What, me? Have I got blood somewhere?" Feels no pain, that guy.
Andy Goodway joined Leeds last week on the eve of the new season after failing to be selected for Wigan's opening fixture on Sky at Sheffield Eagles. Norton moved quickly to get him. Here's Fogarty for Halifax, though. Goodway pulling him round, having been patched up, and is immediately penalised, pulling him round by the ankles.
Well, that's silly play here by Goodway. Now, that is just stupid. They've got to be a little bit more professional than this. It was silly mistakes last week that was their downfall against St Helens, and things like that cannot help.
Halifax 7th last season, Leeds 5th. Both sides hoping to improve on that record this time round in the Stones Bitter Championship. Southernwood feeds Harrison, takes the return, hangs onto it as Worrell tried to take him. Got away from Worrell, couldn't get away from Goodway. Here's Fogarty, former heavyweight boxer. As I indicated earlier, the stories in the papers today, he's got an equity card and he's in a film. He's an actor as well now. This is Devorty. This is the good play. He's got Austin screaming. Austin with the try for Halifax. Great support from Greg Austin. His third try of the season. We've only been playing 2 weeks. And Austin, the try scorer supreme, is at it again.
The Stones Bitter Championship replay will show Devorty throw the bigger dummy than you'll find in a chemist shop. Go through the gap. And there, the man Austin, well support play. Great try. Look at this step and the dummy. Ball comes out. Show it to him. See you later, guys. I'm away. The inexperience there of Innes just turned it a little bit too late. The cover defence was also too late. The smile says it all. You'll see it better here. Bailey feeds. Throw the dummy and the step. See you later, Mr. Innes. But good support play. That's good football. Deserve it on 4 points.
Greg Austin bringing the crowd behind the post there to their feet. All punching the air with delight. Greg Austin, a prolific scorer throughout his career. 45 tries in 38 appearances for Hull KR. 75 in 64 now for Halifax. And Paul Bishop, having taken over the goal-kicking responsibilities for Halifax, will try and slot this conversion over. Ball falls over. It's a tricky little wind. Referee holds the clock up. Blowing quite fiercely across the moors, very high up here, as we showed you at the start of the programme. Not quite snow-capped today, the Pennines, but very high ground, the highest in the Rugby League geographically. And that wind really does whistle round Thrum Hall. Let's see if Bishop can get the kick in this time. It's not bad, but it just caught the wind and it swung away. But it's all wrapped up now at 4 points apiece.
Let's roll it on there. We'll see that wonderful backline there you can see from Halifax. And let's just stop it there. You see the gap. Innes committed himself. He moved out too quickly. The gap was there. And wonderful feed here. Lovely play by Devorty and good support play by Austin. Excellent try.
4 points all then. On my watch, in the 17th minute we are. Schofield's kick, was it? And the ball went dead.
Yes, Halifax caught there. Caught allowing the ball to go dead. But to be fair, it is a very strong wind going into that corner. But they should have stopped that one. They just relaxed a little bit there after scoring that try.
Bishop just taking his eye off the ball. He with the dropout, Tate with the run. Taking play back towards the Halifax 20. Here's Goodway. Oh, that's good tackling. That's great tackling. It was Greg Austin, the try scorer. Really lifted Goodway up and stopped him dead in his tracks. Hanley fed by Schofield and lowers the ball in the tackle to Gregory. Gregory long pass out to this near side to Fallon. Crowd roar for a forward pass.
And it was. Referee John Holdsworth seen it. Gregory shaking his head, but I think the wind took it forward. It certainly was going backwards to start with, and there you see the ball being pushed forward by the wind. Sometimes referee do allow that to play on.
And that perfectly emphasised there, Mike, by these new lines we've got on the pitch this season. I was a bit of a critic of them, but as you so rightly say, it helps the referee make critical decisions like that.
Well, it certainly does, Eddie, and I'm of the opinion that anything that we can do to help the referees, let's do it quickly.
Milner in possession. Going nowhere though, it was Worrell, Gibson and Dixon. Now Harrison, Great Britain tourist, called into the squad when Ian Lucas was sent home. Carl Harrison did a magnificent job down under. Alan Tate collects that chip ahead from Bishop. Here's Fallon. Not seen too much of Jim Fallon so far. Drifted infield this time. Gregory at dummy half. Good way. But referee Holdsworth, much to the disgust of the crowd, penalises.
Well, he's not happy with Richard Milner at all. You see on the replay, that's it, that's the right one swinging through. You saw the referee quite clearly, he had a good view of it. If this continues on, I think Mr. Holdsworth might lose his patience.
Here's Dixon. Now Fallon. Big money buy at the back end of last season. Gregory and Schofield. Hanley, that's good play. That's a great ball out to Fawcett. He just manages to hold on, but then is forced in touch by Bailey and by Austin.
Nice play by Leeds. Hanley getting the ball out wide. Good thinking. Fawcett juggled with it. That was a shoulder charge. That's okay in the rules. We'll see the shoulder charge coming now. Austin it was. You're allowed to do that.
Well, Andy Gregory didn't believe that Halifax were allowed to do that. He protested to the referee. And so instead of a scrum, it's a penalty against Leeds.
Well, when will they ever learn? Experienced players like that, they must realise that they can't talk back to the referee. There's no value in it.
Midway through this first half, Halifax 4, Leeds 4. A real contest between these two Yorkshire sides. No quarter asked, none given, as Austin just tries to release Bentley, who's come in at dummy half. That's Bailey. Oh, that's a very difficult pass, but they've made the most of it. Great play from Devolti. Good scramble from Gibson to bring Southernwood down. Bishop lets the ball get carried by the wind. It really is a swirling wind that's around Thrum Hall today. Don't think it favours either side, honestly.
Good thinking by Bishop, though. Look how he picked that mark out. There was just no one there, was there? That's very good thinking. He'll certainly be a great buy for Halifax this season.
So many of the scrum halves of the top clubs have swapped around this close season during the summer. Gregory and Bishop, two of them on view here today. Good push, but it's Leeds who have possession. Fawcett coming round the back of the scrum to pick up. Take the dummy half. Well, that looked forward to Hanley. Such strength, Hanley, when he's fully fit. Referee shouts held.
Well, it was a ball line, wasn't it? I think the referee was right on that again, but that was forward. That looked a mile forward to me, and the referee hasn't missed it.
And Milner and Innes. Milner yanked Innes back by the collar. Craig Innes didn't like it, and the fists were up.
Well, a swinging arm there by Innes. Milner didn't like it. Innes realised that it was a forward pass. He caught him by the neck and swung him round. That's why he retaliated in such a manner. But once again, Eddie, these silly mistakes.
So it's a scrum. Referee decides to take no punitive action. It was for the forward pass, this scrum. And the right melee going on. And Carl Harrison wants to fight the world here today.
Well, since they brought back that new ruling that hookers now can actually strike for the ball, we might see a little bit more of this. But do we want it?
Well, referees penalised at Leeds for not packing down properly. It was a terrible mess, that scrum. Paul Dixon, one of the Leeds front row, against his former club, Dixon. And Leeds, at one stage, looked like they might be selling Dixon back to Halifax this summer. The deal is off, though, I'm told. Now Harrison. He has the bit between his teeth. The British Lions tourist. Good play. Southernwood to Fieldhouse. The veteran Fieldhouse just didn't manage to cling on. 4 points go begging.
Oh, this was a lovely run around here by the hooker, and Fieldhouse was through for a try. That is a bombed effort. He knows it. That could prove a costly miss.
Great to see Thrum Hall packed to the rafters for this match. They delayed the kickoff to allow people to come in. Such an important game so early in the season. Leeds desperate for the win. All the talk has been this week about the way they let the supporters down last Sunday. And they really are in the mood to try and get themselves off the mark here at Thrum Hall today. This is Worrell.
Colin Maskell down. He caught a hard knock there in that last tackle.
Hanley. Still going, Hanley. Takes something to bring him down. Looks like he might have recovered after that disastrous tour down under. Gregory hacks the ball away just to clear the danger. Maskell is receiving treatment in back play. And Cooper is on a wonderful run. He's beaten free. He's given it to Bailey. Bailey gives it to John Bentley. Bentley hugging the touchline. And Andy Goodway bringing John Bentley's run to an end. But Halifax keep it going. Oh, Hanley went for the interception. Bishop with a long pass, and Hanley got to it.
Well, it was good thinking there by the Leeds captain, but he's got him for offside, I do believe, saying that he set off well before it. Maybe we can see that. There's the long ball. Yes, no doubt about it. Ellery Hanley would have had to be twice as fast as Martin O'Fire to get into that position, but it was worth the gamble because he realised that Leeds were stretched. They were weak in defence out wide on their right.
So Bishop has this chance then for the 2 points from that penalty. Hanley caught offside. It's right in front. Paul Bishop with the difficult conversion attempt that he missed. A kicker of his quality should slot this one over. He misses. Well, that wind is troublesome. He's chunnering to himself, he's not happy.
Well, he obviously allowed for that strong wind to push it to the left, and it just died on him.
Mike, Halifax have now bombed 6 points. The try that Fieldhouse put down, and that penalty. That could really be costly.
My word, it's all about taking your chances.
Bentley. It's 4-4, and 27 minutes of this first half gone. Pulsating is the word that comes to mind at the moment. Bailey. Good tackling.
Schofield read that very well, didn't he, on his opposite number. Ball and all tackled, very good indeed.
That's a good little ball from Bishop to Fogarty. It's the last tackle. Halifax will have to kick for territory here. Bishop's lining himself up, but will they run it? Well, it's a long, long pass. Looking for Austin. Bishop decided to take the gamble. The gamble didn't really come off.
Well, the Halifax side, they were waiting back. They anticipated the kick through on that last tackle. That was a woeful pass. Once again, those little errors creeping into the side.
Mike O'Neill. That's the halfway line. Leeds in possession with Dixon, who releases the ball under the ferocity of the challenge. And this is Southernwood. Now Bishop. Bishop ducking, diving, darting, weaving. Good run from the little man.
Well, that just proves if you go swinging high, a man like that can just dip his head and go under.
Fieldhouse. Leeds a bit short of players on this near side, and Halifax now will try and expose it with Henry Sharp. Good tackling that, though. It was Fallon who kept him out. This is Bailey.
Well, Bailey was screaming for support then, and no one came.
Here's Harrison. Man in support is Milner. Milner's still going. Halifax right in front of the sticks. It's the last tackle. Will we see a drop goal from Bishop? No. We saw an attempt, but it didn't go through the H.
Well, Bishop's kicking boots certainly have been left at home, haven't they?
So the score stays at 4 points apiece. Halifax lost only 5 games at Thrum Hall throughout last season. One of those reverses came against Leeds on Easter Monday, a bruising encounter. Not only was it a bruising encounter, it was 34 points to 46. We always expect points on the board when we've got these two sides in front of our cameras. Dixon gave it straight to Fieldhouse.
And no doubt in my mind that Fieldhouse was screaming for that ball. Dixon released it.
Here's Preston. Former teammate Ellery Hanley all over Preston. They were together in their Wigan days.
Halifax said he quite content to use the big forwards.
Here's Devorty. This is Fogarty. Using his strength to find Sharp. Look forward. Leeds were appearing for the forward pass. Referee Holdsworth says no. Play on. This is the last tackle. Bishop. Will he hoist one to catch the wind? He has. Underneath it is Fawcett. Although Preston nearly stole the ball, Gibson's up there in support with Fawcett. And in the end, Preston pulls him down. Referee has blown his whistle.
Well, it looks as though I think Holdsworth's watch may have stopped.
No, I think he's saying, Mike, that there is a whistle being blown from the crowd. I think he pointed to his ear, and I think he thinks he has heard a whistle being blown from the crowd, and he's looking over to this near side.
Well, if that's the case, let's hope we can get the idiot out of the ground. And if my memory serves me correct, we had a bit of a problem last season here when some stupid idiot threw a coin onto the ground.
Well, he heard something, whether it was a whistle or a siren or whatever. Whatever it is, we restart. But he's not happy, the referee, at the moment. Keeps shaking his head. This is Mike O'Neill. Goodway now. Missed all of last season because of a badly broken arm, Andy Goodway. Proved his fitness in the Charity Shield. Expected John Money to pick him for Wigan. Money didn't. Goodway said he was on his way. And Leeds picked him up, as they picked up Andy Gregory from Wigan too.
Oh, lovely kick. You can see the strength of the wind here, taking the ball right down into the corner. Using his common sense. But I just get the impression that Leeds are struggling a little bit. We have not seen a combination of Schofield and Gregory click yet.
Well, they're never far away from each other, Schofield and Gregory. They're not on that picture there. But it will take time, Mike, for the Leeds combination to settle down. All the new faces.
No doubt about it, but I mean, how long can they wait? They've got to start injecting themselves a little bit. Both sides seem to be just content to use the big forwards and hope that that half break can come for it.
Here's Fogarty. Harrison, quick hands, Bailey. Surrounded by Hanley.
Well, I think I'd be looking from either side, a little bit more adventure, a little running from dummy half, just to mix it up a little bit, and that shows you the strength of the wind now. Look at it curling away.
A little bit like one of your golf shots, that, Mike, off the tee. Caught in the wind and hooking away.
Not even when I hook can I get it that far.
Substitutes coming on for Leeds then. Doug Lawton making a change. Malloy and Wayne. Dixon coming off. He was receiving treatment a few moments ago. So Dixon's off, and I think Mike O'Neill's coming off as well. So Malloy and Wayne, two prop forwards, replace the two prop forwards who started. Here's Schofield. Good reverse pass to Tate. Tate chiming in. He had John Holsworth to beat then as well.
Well, did the referee stop him from scoring the try? Oh, that stupid play by Bishop. Wild kicking.
And the referee had blown the whistle even though Tate touched down for what he thought was a try. He blew the whistle for the wild kick. Leeds will run it with Hanley. Hanley has got such strength, but he was held up on his back that time.
Well, that's a gamble that Halifax took. They thought that they had the strength and got away with it. They said, come on, let's take him over. Fieldhouse knew that he had his arms wrapped round the ball. Now, that was a wasted effort, really.
This, though, the original reason for the penalty.
You'll see Bishop lash out here. That stupid play. Come on, Paul.
Leeds are back in possession. They're in the Halifax quarter. But there's the sign of a man who's been getting cold fingers on the bench. Malloy drops that one.
Well, he just lost control, didn't he? He had it in his hands, and down it went. Hot potato stuff.
Fogarty. 4 points all, and 5 minutes of normal time to go. But there will be plenty of stoppage time added on by referee Holsworth. For offences and sirens or whistles being blown from the crowd. This is the last tackle. Bailey trying to get the ball away, or rather it was Roy Southernwood. Couldn't do so, and Tate has it back for Leeds. On his day, Alan Tate, one of the best full-backs in the game. Good weight, one of the best running forwards in the game too, but looking for the support. Eventually released the ball as he went down, and Gregory got to it, but that's great defence from Fogarty. Now Sean Wayne. Sean Wayne has got Craig Innes in support. Malloy again can't get to the ball. Fallon picks up, referee says play on. Innes again. And penalty to Leeds. Well, smack in the face, I think.
That's the second time he's got Richard Milner. Innes coming through. Bishop went low. Milner went high. Well, it looked to me as though the contact was on the shoulder. Referee John Holsworth certainly didn't agree with me.
Wigan in possession with Fallon. Sean Wayne on, and he comes the fourth Wiganer playing today in the Leeds side. It's almost like a Wigan second team out there, isn't it, Mike? And they're in red. Doesn't help us. Gregory. Impressed by this Halifax side, though, in this first half. They're not frightened of what they've got in front of them.
Andy Gregory wasn't impressed with the way Fogarty just crunched him down. That was a big tackle.
Schofield, Hanley. Hanley threw one over the top. And Wayne has moved up, but the referee's disallowed that. Forward pass. No try. Wayne moved up. Hanley thought he had him in, but forward passed the verdict.
Look at the dummy here from Schofield. He pushed the ball forward. Hanley sends it away, no doubt about it. You could see the ball going forward in front. Sorry, should I say behind Paul Bishop.
Is it a question that this wind is causing problems, Mike, for these two sides, or is it the fact that the players are trying to push this forward pass business right to the limit?
Oh, they're trying to do too much. They've got to settle things down. The most amazing fact is that Leeds are slowing things down midfield, and yet when they're getting close to the line, they appear to be panicking.
Bishop gives that one plenty of air. Real leather behind that. Tate scampering after it. Good chasing Austin. Just a minute of this first half left, plus anything that the timekeepers will add on for stoppages, and quite a few of those. An ideal time to score a try, and Leeds are in possession, but they're in their own half of the field. With Gregory and Schofield. Innes screaming for it, he finds Fallon instead. Fallon's got strength. That bounces off a Halifax arm to Schofield. Crowd again scream for forward pass. Referee will have none of it. Innes has it, and what's more, Leeds have got 6 more tackles here. Gregory, we're in injury time as Gregory makes the break. Still going Gregory to Hanley, but forward pass again. Well, Hanley can't believe it, Gregory can't believe it, but John Holdsworth right.
It was a ball game there, but the referee was right on the spot, and once again, panic.
What a great look at it was from Gregory, though.
Oh, Gregory really was determination personified there. Good support play. The look of disgust on the Leeds skipper. But full credit to Holdsworth, he was right there. Oh, I don't believe this.
Bishop doesn't either. He wants clarification from the referee. Bishop, one of the cheekiest characters in the game, can't believe it either. Schofield has possession, though, for Leeds. Taken out by Bailey. Gibson. Halifax hanging on. They'd like to turn round all square. Leeds seem to me to have seen a ton of the football in this first half. Maskill for them. Now Hanley again. He's involved in everything at the moment. Hanley, he's fed Schofield. And Schofield has released the ball on the 4th tackle. Chance has gone begging. And great Halifax defence again.
Well, once again, we see the panic coming into the Leeds team. There was no need for that.
Tried to flick it out the back door, where surely it would have been better to go down with the ball, Mike.
No doubt about it, and that's the panic that's setting into them. It doesn't build your confidence at all when you see the ball being spilt so often.
I suppose that could be down to a basic lack of understanding, really, Mike.
Well, in certain areas, yes, but the mere fact that a player is trying to force the ball away at an impossible position, that's not teamwork, that's dumb.
Fallon has the ball for Leeds. Innes is his dummy half. Gregory, and now Tate. Good run from Tate, but it's flat, it's across the face of play. This is Fawcett. Fawcett with a great run. He's dropped it. He's trying to con the referee, saying that was intended, but it wasn't. And the half-time silence sounds, brings to an end a tremendous first 40 minutes of rugby. A try apiece, first from Gibson, equalised by Greg Austin. The crowd have enjoyed it. I hope you have at home too. We have the second half coming up for you after these. All square at the break. Of course, their first victory of the new season. 4 points all, a try apiece. Lots more of this match to go, of course. 40 minutes ahead. Who will win it, Leeds or Halifax? You will find out here on Sky Sports on the Big League tonight, as Leeds get this second half underway. Some statistics from that first half. The scrums just about even. The penalties, well, Leeds getting 9 and Halifax only 5. Plenty of whistle from the referee. The handling errors, though, perhaps the most important statistic of that first half. Leeds have made twice as many as Halifax, 10-5. Top tacklers, by the way, for Halifax, Devorty with 18, Fogarty with 16, Harrison and Milner with 15 apiece. For Leeds, Hanley and Worrell led the way with 16, and Maskill, the hooker, with 14. But I think the handling errors, Mike Stevenson, the one that is the key to this match. Both sides, Leeds in particular, must tighten up.
I'm sure that their coach, Dougie Lawton, would have mentioned that in the half-time break. Too many chances went begging. There he is. Oh, another mistake.
It's with Austin. Bailey dropped on the loose ball, fed Austin his centre. Leeds keep him out. Another forward pass. Fieldhouse just forward for Fogarty. Referee on the spot.
Well, no sooner we said that both coaches would have mentioned the fact to calm things down, not to be stupid. What do? A mistake from either side within 10 seconds.
No doubt about that forward pass, wasn't it? None at all. Schofield looked up on stage to feed Fawcett. Decided to take it on himself, and Devorty had him, flattened him. Maskell's the dummy half. Here's McWarrell, playing in the red of Salford last season, playing in the red of Leeds here this afternoon. Schofield, little dummy, and through the gap, but Fogarty and Fieldhouse moved quickly to bring him down. Hanley, the dummy half. Gregory, good ball. Good tackle too. It was a great tackle from Milner. Ball over the top. Good raking kick.
Good kick by Gregory, using the wind, which is blowing very strongly towards the crowd on the left-hand side there. You probably heard the moans and groans of some of the Halifax fans. They thought that Schofield, in the play of the ball previous, had not touched it with his foot, just rolled it back with his hand.
Halifax get the possession from the scrum. Little Henry Sharp it was. But this looks more promising, or did look more promising for a moment. Bentley just couldn't get that. It bounced round his neck, bounced off his chest.
Well, good play by Fogarty. Clearly got this ball away. Bentley just couldn't get it in.
But this is Innes. This is a great run from Innes. He's fed Hanley. Hanley just fell short. Tries to get the ball back. Again, Hanley panicking under the pressure. He didn't need to do that, surely.
Well, he just released the ball, didn't he?
Rugby union style, wasn't it?
Bishop went right over the top. Now then, he's given the scrum down. Who has he deemed as to be the side that knocked on?
Leeds, it's Halifax feed.
Well, he's claimed that Ellery Hanley must have lost it as he went down.
This is Bailey. It was a great break from Innes, though, that set that chance up for Hanley.
Well, maybe that'll give Leeds a little bit of a lift, because the only clear breaks have come from that man in your screen.
Really settling in now, isn't he, the former All Black? But here's Bentley settling in at Halifax against his former team, and pulled down by Carl Gibson. Bentley in the centres today, made his name really at Headingley as a winger. Got called up by Great Britain as a winger too. It's a good kick though. Whoa, that's a great little kick from Bishop.
That's the advantage that Halifax will have this second half. Bishop, plenty of knowledge, getting the ball high, the wind did the rest. And we'll see plenty of that, I'm sure, in the remaining 35 minutes.
A towering kick it was from the little man, that. But they've given the ball back to Cooper. Cooper's waltzed through them. Oh, Cooper's waltzed through, scored the try under the posts, and that's another big error from Leeds. Big smiles from Cooper, but they'll be grimacing on the faces of the Leeds team and the Leeds coach.
Well, the Stones Bit of Championship replay shows that it's Fawcett who loses this with the impact. Fallon, the other winger, and it wasn't the best attempted tackle, was it? And the big fullback, David Cooper, moves in quickly. There was nothing wrong with the pass. Fallon comes in, he tried to use his strength with his arm, which was carrying the ball, and that is a no-no in rugby league. You use your other shoulder and your other arm that is not carrying the football.
And Bishop adds the extra 2 to David Cooper's try. Cooper with 2 goals last week. Bishop gives Halifax a little 6-point cushion in this match right at the start of this second half. 6 minutes gone, and Halifax now with the advantage for the first time. Cooper, the try scorer. Try home and away in this fixture last season.
Well, once again, Leeds are going to be ruined. The fact it was last week against St Helens. 3 awful mistakes allowed St Helens to score tries, and they've added another one to the long list, I'm sure, that is going to plague their coach, Doug Lawton.
Can't emphasise enough just how desperate the situation will get at Headingley if this continues. They've never won the First Division. If they lose today, that's 2 on the bounce. And we really have been emphasising all afternoon that teams that win championships lose no more really than 6 these days. If they do lose today, Leeds will have already lost a third of their quota.
It's not a lot of latitude, is it? But we've still got a long way to go. Leeds have the talent, they certainly have got the skill out there. It's just a matter of whether they can cement it together and fight their way back into this match.
This now is Fawcett. Big man, Steve Malloy using his weight. Met fair and square by Southernwood, though. And that's nice play from Maskill, a lovely little break. Goodway was steaming up in support, but Maskill elected to cling on to the ball, not release it. Here's Hanley.
Well, that's the type of play I've been calling for. The little runs from the dummy half, that confuses the defence.
Gregory with the long pass out to Innes. Innes to Fallon. Can he redeem himself for that crash tackle where he released the ball? It was on the last tackle anyway. Couldn't get through, and so it's the turnover.
Well, once again, a lack of understanding within the team. Gregory sending the ball out wide when really they should have been going for a different option on that last tackle, especially in this swirling wind. Putting the bomb up can be of great advantage.
John Fieldhouse, and now Southernwood again, and Bailey. Bailey just thought for a moment about releasing Austin. Decided to hang on. Southernwood. Greg Austin, I notice, has got his left thigh heavily strapped in this second half. There he is, just at the bottom of your picture there. But this is Bailey on the break. A wonderful break from Bailey. Bentley's in support. Bentley tried to go through the gap. Fallon and Tate atoned for that earlier mistake. But Halifax still on the charge. It's Bishop's kick ahead. Caught in the wind. Hanley just polices it dead.
Far too strong there, Paul Bishop. That was good play by Halifax. A little standoff, Mark Bailey making a great stepping run. Bentley, I felt, should have come back on the inside, though. They looked a bit confused there.
Fogarty's had a wonderful game for Halifax. Takes a well-earned breather and prop forward Peter Bell, a joiner by trade. 9 appearances last season, plus 4 more as substitute. Gets another run from the bench here this afternoon. Leeds trying to build something with Steve Malloy. Here's Schofield and Gibson. Not really creating much, are they, Leeds? Not really opening the door to get the flyer Fallon and the speed merchant Fawcett through. Hanley, though, using his strength to good effect. Finding Tate. That's better. Now Innes. Here's a fellow who can perhaps produce something. And he has here for Tate. Over the top from Tate to Malloy to Sean Wayne. The referee Holdsworth played the advantage and has now pinned Halifax for a high tackle in that movement. It's a penalty to Leeds.
Well, that's a silly mistake from Halifax. Fieldhouse, I think, is the man, yes. But oh, that really was just a little bit of a tap, but the intent was there. John Holdsworth didn't like it. He's warned a few of the players in the first half. Can Leeds get back on?
This is Sean Wayne running strongly. And Leeds now 5 metres short of that Halifax line. Malloy wants it. Malloy's got it. Now Gregory. Gregory to Schofield. Worrell went on the decoy run. Out the back door to Tate. Fieldhouse again. Tate gets to his feet eventually. Here's Schofield. Now it's with Hanley. Hanley's through one. He's got some support from Fawcett. Fawcett scores. Vince Fawcett for Leeds. In the side for the injured John Gallagher. And Fawcett was the man out wide to capitalise on that break.
Stone's bit of championship replay will show the ball. Schofield spins it out wide. The Leeds skipper, Ellery Hanley, standing out onto the flank. A neat little pass, good support there by Fawcett. The momentum takes him over. You see the strength, the upper body strength of the Leeds skipper. He can keep the ball alive. Maybe a shade forward, perhaps, but the referee Holdsworth said no. But well taken try there by Leeds. That really was excellent play by the Leeds skipper. He's so strong in that upper body.
So Schofield now with the difficult job of converting that try on the touchline. Never got close to it. So the scoreline, 12.5 minutes gone. Halifax ahead by 10 points to 8. The big league from Thrum Hall. Halifax ahead by 10 points to 8. Leeds, though, with that try from Vince Fawcett, have got themselves closer to Halifax. Just 2 points the difference. 13 minutes of this match gone in the second half. And Cooper, the try scorer under the sticks, earlier in the second half, restarts.
Well, that should give Leeds the lift that they were looking for.
Sean Wayne takes 3 to bring him down. Southernwood, Fieldhouse, Harrison. Here's Worrell.
I was quite surprised, Eddie, that Sean Wayne didn't get in the starting lineup. When he came on last week against St Helens, he added that extra bit of zip.
Halifax ahead by 10 points to 8. They've not beaten Leeds here at home since October 1986. Almost 6 years. They're ahead now. For how long? Innes trying to feed the ball out wide to Fallon. Fallon got to it. Hanley is his dummy half. Schofield with the kick. Inch perfect.
Good thinking by Schofield, as you mentioned, Eddie, inch perfect to it. But that previous ball that was spun out wide, once again, Leeds are panicking. They have to respect this possession.
A full house here at Thrum Hall today. Almost 10,000 packed inside this ground. Really does look spick and span when the crowds are packed down on the terraces. Great game they're watching too. A real Yorkshire derby.
Well, Halifax have to realise to keep this ball, get it kicked downfield with a strong wind. No point in messing around in your own quarter.
They're with Harrison now. Harrison collides with Schofield. And Schofield having a little word, I hope, with Carl Harrison. Well, they were tourists together. That's another great kick downfield, but I think it's caught in the wind, yes, and it bounces dead. Just too much Yorkshire pudding behind that one. I don't know what Gary Schofield was saying to Carl Harrison there.
I'm not all that good on lip reading.
Maybe we'll ask him when he's our guest on Boots and All tomorrow night. 10 o'clock or just after for Boots and All. Gary Schofield will be with Steve-O and I, and we'll be talking to Fred Lindop, the controller of referees. So an interesting evening, I think, lies ahead of us.
My word, I've got my whistle all fired up.
Don't forget Boots and All then tomorrow night, just after 10 o'clock here on Sky Sports. The leaders for Rugby League. This is Malloy, Maskill and Gregory. Schofield. Another long pass from Schofield. Gibson read that perfectly. Now Gibson will cut in field. He'll feed Tate. There's men in support. Leeds have a ton of support. Tate fancies a run on his own. Cooper's hauled him down by the collar. He should have released it.
My word, he blew it there, but can Leeds finish this one?
Fallon finds Innes. Halifax scramble their defence over that far side. Innes just stops himself from going out. Bad pass, bad play from both sides. Knock on each way, but what a run.
What a wonderful run by Gibson. He sets up Tate here. But really, Tate bombed it. He had no less than 5 players on his right side. And he opts to go to the left and runs out of the space. There's no one there. Oh, that was a wasted chance.
Leeds have the possession from the scrum, and they're with Schofield. Well, Halifax bombed an opportunity or two in that first half. Leeds bombed one here. Hanley is surrounded. Took a couple of swipes in the face, did Hanley. Looks to the touch judge, and the touch judge on this near side was unimpressed. And Halifax defending well, keeping Leeds out. Schofield. Another long pass. There are men out wide. The ball now with Goodway.
This is better from Leeds. They're keeping the ball alive, but they're getting it out to the flanks.
And Innes is involved in everything that's good about Leeds at the moment. Here's Gregory. Hanley. Straight into the brick wall that is Peter Bell. Last tackle. Gregory. Leeds going to run it with Gibson. Gibson in field again. Good defence. Bell comes up with the ball.
Gibson once again trying to release it. Another mistake. Panic, panic, panic.
Halifax camped in their own quarter line. Bell, though, has the strength and the weight. And he fed Mark Bailey, but Hanley was all round him. And Andy Gregory's limping. That's not good news for Leeds. Halifax are making ground with Milner. Now with Fieldhouse. Cooper. Cooper fancies a run at Tate. It's a race between Cooper and Tate. No, it's not Cooper, it's John Bentley. And Tate sold him the dummy, but Bentley came back to clip him.
Good kick and chase there. They've put Leeds under pressure here.
But Gibson is getting them out of jail, and Gibson is leading the way. The ball back to Schofield. Schofield fancies one on his own. Schofield for the corner. Schofield getting touchdown now. Flags up. Cooper had him. Schofield hit the corner flag before he touched it down. No try. Schofield can't believe it. Leeds stay trailing 10 points to 8.
Well, this is the end of the run. No doubt about it. He just had his foot spun over into touch before the ball was grounded. Good work by the touch judge. But what a great play by the centre, Carl Gibson, to set Schofield away. Excellent football.
2 points the difference midway through this second half. Halifax in possession, 10 points. Leeds, 8 points. We were promised a thriller, and we've got it. Harrison. One of the real stars of that Australian tour. Bishop The Englishman with the Australian accent. Over the head of Tate. It won't go dead. Tate must run it out. Sharp's there to meet him. Good tackling, Henry Sharp.
That was a wonderful kick by Bishop. They're the tactics that Halifax have to adopt. Keep pushing Leeds back.
Good way. And Rob Hutchinson is warming up for Halifax. And is likely to be introduced shortly by Roger Millwood, as he aims to consolidate this position that Halifax are in. They lead by 2 points.
And Andy Gregory doesn't look well at all. He's in a lot of pain.
Hanley and Schofield content to just hammer the ball downfield. Actually, Goodway and Nick Waddle are both blowing at the moment, but this is Cooper. He's not blowing. This could be another try here. Bentley round Tate. Oh, great try, Bentley! John Bentley against his former team. Points to the crowd. The victory salute from Bentley. Wonderful run from Cooper. Bentley in support. Round the back of Tate. It was try time.
The Stones Bennett Championship replay will see 2 Leeds players on the ground. They failed to stop this man, the fullback David Cooper. He kept his cool, didn't he? But what a lovely in and out and a step by Bentley. Schofield did not have the pace to stop him. He points to the crowd. Look at the step here. And I'm afraid it was Innes that missed it very badly with Jim Fallon. Look how he draws the full back. And the step here. Oh, turn a man inside out, will you? That is class. What a great try.
John Bentley, a try in his debut for Halifax. Came across from Headingley to Thrum Hall. 26 yesterday. The perfect birthday present. Oh, he's delighted. Bishop then with the conversion attempt. It's on the right side as far as Bishop is concerned, the left-footed kicker. He'll have to allow for this wind that really has picked up throughout this afternoon here in West Yorkshire. Bishop, oh, he's given it plenty of air. He's becoming a hero here at Thrum Hall, just 2 weeks into his career.
Well, Bishop's conversion was the icing on this cake. Cooper breaks through. You see the Leeds players down in disgust. Now let's run it away. You can see Tate coming into it. Now let's just stop it there. He was intending to look as though he's going that way. You can see Tate looking that way, and Bentley goes inside. Excellent play, wonderful try.
Great try. So Halifax stretch the lead again with the 6-pointer. It's 16-8 in their favour. And while we were watching that replay on the chalkboard, we've had a couple of substitutions. Paul Dixon's come on again. And John Fieldhouse has gone off for Halifax. And Hutchinson's on for him. Peter Bell screaming for the ball. There's Dixon, number 10. He's back on. So it's ring-a-ring-a roses in the changing time. But Halifax now have the sniff of victory in their nostrils.
It's going to take something exceptional from Leeds now. They have to score 3 times to win this game. And we mentioned earlier that that man in the screen will use this strong wind to his advantage and also to Halifax's. Look how the wind pushes that away. They've got the bit between their teeth, and I doubt if they're going to allow them to be pipped at the post.
One or two of the Leeds forwards plodding back to form this scrum, and Schofield's feeding because the man that Dixon has replaced is Andy Gregory. Now remember, Gregory was sent home early from the tour. I wonder if it's a recurrence of that groin problem that he had down under in Australia. I hear it's a knee injury, so nothing to do with the groin. That's good for Leeds and indeed for Great Britain with that World Cup final due next month. But Gregory's out of it now, and Dixon's on. So too is Hanley. But Halifax have watched him like a hawk all afternoon. This is Malloy.
They really have got to hit it hard on the accelerator pedal now, Leeds. Got to try to get this ball out wide to their danger man. Craig Innes has been their star performer so far.
You know, Halifax might last season were the First Division's leading try scorers, but they leaked in more tries than anyone else in the First Division, with the exception of relegated Featherstone or Swinton. Roger Millwood looks like he realises that that's the area he's had to tighten up this year. But here's Sharp. Sharp through Schofield. He's got support out wide. Inside, the ball comes to Bailey. And that, I think, is the match for Halifax. And Mark Bailey does a somersault of delight. The tries will keep on coming for Halifax. The defence has been tightened up. And Halifax now, I think, on the verge of a famous win.
The Stones Better Championship replay will show the winger, Henry Sharp, show exceptional pace, wonderful positioning, hands off. Schofield gets the ball out wide. Bentley, two players went through, and Bentley did the right thing, gets the ball away. And Mark Bailey, who's had a fine game, tops it off with 4 points. But Henry Sharp, look at the step. Here he comes. See you later. Bye-bye, Ellery. Runs and swerves. See you, Gary. I'm on my way. The Leeds defence is coming across. Bentley stops. There you see it. Both Tate and Fallon going that way. Fallon inexperienced there showing through. Bailey comes through to top it all. Take the game and the smiles and the roll. You little beauty.
Mark Bailey then. It meant that Paul Bishop had the easiest of conversion attempts. Bishop just chips the ball over the top. Another 6-pointer for Halifax. 22 points to 8. Bishop and Halifax delighted. Leeds, problems.
Yes, I'm afraid a few fans all the way around the league world will be saying that a few of those noughts have rolled off the big checkbooks, hasn't it? At 22-8, they can't really say, let's go back to the drawing board. I don't think there's much money left to go anywhere.
Kevin Ilo, of course, will be arriving from Manly in the near future. But it really has never, ever been a problem for Leeds as far as the backs are concerned. The forward pack is the problem. But at the moment, Halifax are running riot. This is Austin. This is great stuff. It's a race. Schofield's there. Schofield gets it this time.
Well, Schofield certainly isn't going to throw the towel in. Good play here by the Australian, Greg Austin. Pushed it through, 3-1. Schofield comes up trumps. As I mentioned, he's not going to give up. But you were saying about the forwards at Leeds, Eddie. There's also a huge problem here, is the fact that, oh, look at that. There's also a big problem with the fact that Leeds just are not tackling.
Gibson tackled over his own line at the play of the ball. It means that Leeds must drop out from under their own posts, and back come Halifax once again.
Another bad mistake by Leeds. And really Halifax, we mentioned that they'd step it up. Bit of a spring in their step now, but the gaps are appearing. The missed tackles are coming.
10 minutes to go. Halifax in search of more. Remember, they've not beaten Leeds here at Thrum Hall for almost 6 years. Off to a great start at Wakefield, and they look like they're going to capitalise on it here now, picking up their first home win of the season against their great rivals. Here's Peter Bell. But they won't capitalise on it with play like that.
Oh, that's a silly mistake again, Bell, trying to keep the ball alive. It was never on. The Leeds skipper very quick to drop onto that ball. He realises that time is his biggest enemy now.
Leeds still deep in their own territory. That's their quarter line. Dixon has the ball for them. Maskill feeds the substitute, Malloy. But I've been impressed by this Halifax side. They can score tries literally from anywhere, and they really have tightened that defence up, haven't they?
They put in a big effort today.
Dixon. And that was a Halifax hand. It belonged to Devorty. He just tapped it down.
You see on the replay there, the loose forward Devorty just stopping the ball, getting to Schofield. They must be very pleased, especially the ex-Leeds players on the Halifax side. It'll be all smiles tonight, but one person who won't be smiling, I'm sure, is the Leeds coach, Doug Lawton. He must realise he's still got a lot of work to do to get this team knitted together.
They're just really getting the basics wrong, aren't they, at the moment? And lots more, they've been pulled back here for a knock-on.
Well, that's a weird one. No wonder Innes was looking a little bit weird at John Oldsworth, the referee.
An old saying, when things don't go right, they don't go right. Bentley was almost through. Dixon just shuffled him into touch here.
Strength at Gibson there, taking him over. But Bentley will be pleased with his performance today.
The birthday boy, a try from him as well. And he was instrumental in the one that was scored just a few moments ago by Mark Bailey. There'll be high hopes, Mike, at Thrum Hall that this could be a season to savour.
Well, I mentioned before the kick-off that I thought that Roger Millwood, the Halifax coach, had purchased very well. And when you add people of the strength of Adam Fogarty, who seems to have bulked up tremendously from last season, and Carl Harrison, in my book, is still one of the best prop forwards in rugby league.
Not a bad bet for the Stones bit of championship at 80-1 before a ball was kicked. I bet those odds are tumbling tonight. This is their second season back in the top flight. Those of you with good memories will remember that the last time Halifax won the title was the second season back in the top flight in the 80s. The start of their glorious period when they won the championship and the Challenge Cup and went back to Wembley.
It's been a disappointment for Leeds in this second half. I thought they'd produce a little bit more than this. Far too much one-out football. They're really not playing as a team, and really they haven't really brought out any moves or switches of play which we had a glimpse of in the first half.
Old saying, though, isn't it? You can only play as well as the opposition let you, and Halifax have produced a tremendous performance this afternoon. Here's Bishop, always a live wire at St Helens. Dixon was in a bit late there. Bishop didn't like it.
Neither did the referee, John Holdsworth. Bishop's going down. Look at that. Oh, come on. That was just malicious. And no wonder the little fella is shaking his head, Eddie. That was just blatant swinging of the arm.
He was grounded, wasn't he? He wasn't going anywhere. Oh, great kicking from him, though. And he tried to rattle the marbles, Paul Dixon. He hasn't put him off, though. And here they come again with Bell. Halifax want still more. Want to rub the salt in the wound here. It's Harrison. Unloads well in the tackle. Good defence that time from Leeds. Just watching the man running. They'll have to watch Bishop. Bishop almost over. Just held by Hanley. Ball wasn't played properly. Referee says play on. Austin will touch down and score. There was a pause all round the ground. Austin just went round the outside, and I don't think Austin could believe how easy it was.
Stone's been a championship replay. Little dummy, have the ball out wide. So easy, isn't it? There is no one there. The Leeds players look at each other and say, what happened? Austin puts the ball down and said, this is what happened. And really, Bishop's run here. Now, once again, we see the strength of Ellery Hanley brings him back. But look how the Leeds players just run all around them. They're supposed to be spreading out wide. They were caught there. Look at that. Here it comes. Anyone at home? No. Take 4? Yes. Easy.
Greg Austin, his second of the afternoon. 4 for the season now for him. Leeds in total and complete and utter bewilderment. And Bishop with the opportunity to add the extra 2 if he can from this side of the field this time. Well, 85-86, the last First Division title, their only First Division title for Halifax. And I wouldn't be at all surprised, despite the fact that Roger Millwood will try and keep feet on the ground, that there'll be talk of another one here tonight. Bishop with the kick, just allowed too much for the win, but Halifax now have this game in their pocket.
Let's see the run. You'll see Bishop go through. I mentioned the strength of Ellery Hanley keeping him away, but just notice the Leeds defence, they're so slow. Let's stop it there. You see they're all around, the gap's out wide. They're stood around there. The ball is just a matter of getting the ball out wide. The Leeds defence was stood around like chatting on one of those Neighbours shows.
The scoreline doesn't make pleasant reading if you're a Leeds fan. 26 Halifax, Leeds 8. Doug Lawton knows he has a big job to do. He knew that before this season began. 2 defeats in the opening 2 matches just confirm the point.
Well, Lawton probably thought that his only problem was to try to knit them together in a team. But I think he's got to try to inject some urgency into their play. And maybe a few more ideas.
Referee and touch judge concur about this. Well, what's the decision? Knock on, I think. And Holsworth gives Halifax the head and feet. Obviously, Gibson must have got a hand to it. Into the last minute of ordinary time. Halifax in possession. Bailey had a fine game. Bell, he's run strongly since he came on. Southernwood, Bishop, Harrison, Devorty. They're just running at will now. Just couldn't get the ball out. Worrell picks it up, finds Schofield. Leeds will start again. With Hutchinson all over him, but unfairly and too high, says referee Holsworth.
Lost his cool there, the substitute, Rob Hutchinson. Swinging the arm, going round Schofield. Not only the indignity and the pain for Schofield and losing pay today, probably go into the showers with his ears ringing a little bit.
Schofield, captain of Great Britain, forward pass by Hanley, captain of Leeds. And Sean Wayne brought back, despite the fact that he shows a touch of temperament there. There was no doubt.
Well, that was just stupid play. A man of that experience should realise, there he is in the picture, that the man was in front. That is just, I just can't believe it.
We're into stoppage time now, and Halifax 26, Leeds 8. A scoreline that will delight the people round Thrum Hall, but will bring despair to the residents of Headingley. And the fact that Bentley's had such a field day will bring a little bit more of it. There's the full-time siren. A great win for Halifax. Leeds' second defeat on the bounce. 5 tries to 2. It tells its own story, and John Bentley scored one of them. Hugs from Paul Dixon, but it's Halifax and Bentley's day. They've won a famous victory at Thrum Hall.